Hello, my friends. Today I am talking about the magazine of science fiction. I always mess that up. The magazine of fantasy and science fiction. This is the March-April issue from this year, 2023. Yes, it is 2023, Paul. There are 14 short stories in this, and there are 2 novelettes. So it's very short story focused. No novellas this month. The novelettes are by Peter S. Beagle and Eleanor Arneson. The short stories are by Tade Thompson, Lavi Tidhar, Jonathan Lewis Duckworth, M.H. Ayande, Marlon Ortiz, Rick Holland, Nuzo Ano, Amanda Dyer, Lauren Bijek, Marie Vibert, Casey Ahaya, Matthew Diebowitz, Kathleen Jennings, and E. Catherine Tolber. My 3 favorite stories from this month's issue were first, the novelette Mr. Cat by Eleanor Arneson. Mr. Cat is the subject of the cover. Mr. Cat is a cat that is human-sized that walks on its hind legs. It is a very rare thing to have this cat walking around. And Mr. Cat decides one day that he wants a dragon. So this is his story about trying to find the right merchant for a dragon. He finds his dragon, and what happens is that they decide that the dragon can't be a pet. The dragon has to be a friend, because the dragon has just as much intelligence as Mr. Cat, and kind of like Mr. Cat. They then go on a road trip. The road trip has them finding the dragon's family and trying to find out where the dragon came from. The reason why I like this story so much is that it was just a fun, relaxing story to read. It's about Mr. Cat wanting a companion. It's about this dragon not being your typical dragon, wanting to find its family, and their friendship. I enjoyed it. It was fun. My favorite story from this month was Piggyback Girl from M.H. Ayande. This is a story about a social media influencer that signs up with this new company called Piggyback. And Piggyback allows the viewers to actually feel and experience the life that the person they want to view while it's happening. So the social media influencer gets an implant in their head. The viewers use virtual reality to experience the life of that person. And also, if you pay a lot of money, you can actually jack in to that person and control that person for a specific amount of time. This story was horrifying. It is the natural, possibly progression of influencers and having people experience their lives, and the dread and fear that this influencer has when people first just start commenting on her life. She's able to see all these negative comments all at once in real time, and it does horrible things with her mental state. And then when people actually are able to jack into her body and control her body for an amount of time, it is terrifying. Now, I always love stories about social media and the future and basically how awful it can become. And I was engaged with this story the entire time. Some crazy, amazing, ridiculous things happened that I was not expecting, and I highly recommend it. It's called Piggyback Girl by M.H. Ayande. And the last story I'm going to recommend is The Subway Algorithm is Half Constructed by Merrick Vibert. This is a story about a young man who is in this science program. He is trying to do his thesis, his experiment about how the subways and AI can figure out the best way to construct a subway station in a city without asking people to do it. And he also is falling for this other student, and they have this very interesting relationship where this young man, the one that does the subway, is very socially anxious. The other one is very outgoing, and they form a relationship. It's very interesting, and I don't want to spoil it too much because that's what really is the best part of this story. But just to say that this deals a lot with artificial intelligence. It also deals with devices that can control your emotions. Highly recommend that one as well. A good issue from the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. Not an amazing one, but a decent one. Those were my 3 favorite. Make sure you pick this up either at your local library or at your local bookstore. I'll talk to you all next time.